In the vaulted heart of the astral citadel, where golden starlight filtered through the crystalline arches and cast refracted shadows upon polished obsidian floors, Queen Seryndra stood alone before the great spire of Accord. Her armor shimmered, with veins of molten silver and radiant gold, crafted by the forge priests of Talvareth, embedded with runes of ancient power. Her braided white hair fell like a celestial river down her back, swaying gently with the currents of unseen energy that permeated the hall. Around her, banners bearing the sigils of 10,000 conquered realms fluttered in solemn reverence. Behind her, the vanguard of Alarion stood silent, rows of towering knights clad in reflective midnight plate, and Spartan-like warriors gripping plasma-forged spears, their faces hidden behind helms sculpted in the likeness of ancestral beasts. This was no ordinary gathering. Today, the queen would cast judgment on an entire species. The silence broke as the doors to the hall creaked open, revealing an envoy from the Crimson Rebellion. Flanked by two genetically spliced diplomat guards with chitinous armor and insectile eyes, the envoy knelt with unfeigned arrogance, his red robes whispering of subversion. "Your Majesty," he hissed, "the blood moons rise over Karas. Our people will not kneel again." A murmur echoed through the chamber as the alien courtiers, creatures of sapphire scales, crystalline skin, and telepathic auras, shifted uncomfortably. Seryndra's eyes flared, glowing with azure fire. "Then let them burn beneath them," she replied, her voice a velvet blade. She turned to her generals. Lord Kalen, the flame-scarred tactician from the ember world of Pyrrhus, and Sir Elira, her sworn blade whose psionic field shimmered like heat haze. With a flick of her gauntleted hand, the chamber transformed. Holograms of the rebel strongholds flared to life mid-air. Plans of war were now prophecy. The journey to the rebellion's stronghold spanned 7 war gates, each a tear in the fabric of space held open by the bound souls of astral dragons. Seryndra's flagship, the Vow Eternal, cut through the stars like a divine spear. The ship's command deck, an amphitheater of crystal conduits and bronze relays, pulsed with tactical chants sung by the choir of the depths. Cybernetic monks harmonized to quantum frequencies. Her legions, over 100,000 strong, slept in stasis hollows arranged in concentric rings, guarded by sentinel mechs bearing her house's insignia. As they approached Karas, a storm of crimson lightning battered their shields. An omen, the augurs whispered, that the rebellion was fueled not just by blood but by ancient wrath sealed long ago. Still, Seryndra stood unmoved, eyes closed, communing with the ancestral queens in the Hall of Echoes through her memory-bound crown. When the battle began, it was not with blasters or bombs. It was with a memory storm. The rebels had unearthed a psionic weapon buried deep within Karas's crust, a relic of the lost Aeon War, capable of rewriting the minds of entire armies. As the pulses struck the vanguard, knights fell to their knees, clutching their heads, whispering names of loved ones they had never known. The Spartans faltered, visions of false children and past glories flooding their neural cores. But Seryndra, clad in the mirror aegis, absorbed the storm. Her armor shimmered with cascading memories, her eyes blank as millions of lives danced through her soul. Then, with a scream that split reality, she exhaled them all, weaponizing memory itself, unleashing a tidal wave of ancestral rage. The rebels' minds imploded, their bodies collapsing like puppets with cut strings. In the aftermath, with Karas in flames and her troops burying the dead under twin suns, Seryndra stood on the ruins of the rebel cathedral. Around her, the vanguard knelt, not in triumph, but in awe. "We are not just soldiers of empire," she declared. "We are the memories of what must never return." Behind her, the Spartan phalanx raised their spears in salute. From the ashes, a new fortress would rise, one built not just on victory, but on remembrance. The astral citadel would gain another banner, and in the Hall of Echoes, the voices of the fallen would find their place beside the queen, who carried the stars in her eyes and the weight of 1,000 worlds on her shoulders.